Hello there, my name is Nate Jackson, the Eclipser. Hello, welcome again to the Eclipser series thing. Part 2 today of our Carlos Saura Flamenco trilogy. Carmen! In 1983, it was filmed in 1983. It runs 101 minutes, color, monaural, and Spanish with optional English subtitles, 166.1 aspect ratio. All that good stuff that you're interested in. And no supplements, like that other guy. Carmen, yeah, so it's based on, it's sort of, inspired based on the Bizet opera, that kind of thing. Or that kind of thing too. Basically, and here's another thing that I forgot to mention. I don't think I mentioned in the Blood Wedding review. All three movies that Carlos Saura did, Blood Wedding, Carmen, and El Amor Brujo, all feature a very similar cast. At least three of the same cast members: Antonio Gades, Cristina Hoyos, and Juan Antonio Jimenez, all who play different parts in all three movies. Laura del Sol, who plays Carmen in this one, also appears in El Amor Brujo, and I think those are the only ones I recognize, at least only names in the backs of these that I see. They were all produced by Emiliano Piedra too, and it's like these are the kind of things that you almost kind of wish there were supplements, But then again, we wouldn't be here if there were supplements, because that other guy would be reviewing them. So anyway, give me work. So anyway, not really much to say that I already didn't say. It's based on Carmen. Basically, it's about, and it's a lot different than the Blood Wedding review, or the movie Blood Wedding, where Blood Wedding was basically a dress rehearsal peppered in with a bit of fiction, a bit of rehearsal and whatnot, or non-dress rehearsal. Carmen actually has the dress rehearsal and a bit of performance and dancing and all that peppered in with an actual story. Antonio plays Antonio, who is this director of an adaptation of Carmen, and he's a choreographer rather, not a director. And he is trying to find the perfect woman to play Carmen. He finds this young woman whose name is Carmen too. And she clashes with Cristina, who's one of the dance leaders. And she really wants to be Carmen, but Antonio says, no, you're too old. And so because he falls in love with Carmen, and at first she's really hesitant about it, but then they fall for each other. They spend the night one night. But it becomes really turbulent, and she basically just wants to be free, and he finds her one day, getting down with another guy in the middle of the dresses and all that. And it comes to the point where she, just his jealousy basically turns her off, and she, just wants nothing to do with him. But he's like, if I can't have you, no one will, that kind of thing. And so he ends up killing her at the end of the movie, and no one sees her, no one sees it happen, and that's about it. So if you've seen Carmen, if you know how Carmen works, then the story of this won't change won't be too different. It's still just a lot more modern. It's like life imitates art, or art imitates life, or however you say that. So anyway, outside of that, it's a really good movie. I like this one a lot. I love the blending great dance scenes with with a fictionalized story, with a kind of just a storyline, intertwined with, dancing, and not necessarily, and not like a musical. Obviously, there's singing, but it's not but they're two separate entities. It's not like the characters start singing out of nowhere and dancing to music that you can't hear. A lot of the music they dance to is played by the guitars, including the late great Paco de Lucia, whom I can't forget who has a role. He plays Antonio's best friend. And so when they do dance without music, it's just there is no music. They just shaking the camera and all that. So anyway, it's a great adaptation. I'm tempted to pick it up just for this one. Carmen gets an A for me, and that's all I have to say about this one. It's good stuff. So anyway, that's it for me. Thank you for watching, and we will see you all tomorrow for the finale of our Carlos Saura Flamenco trilogy, El Amor Brujo. And until then, goodbye.